Welcome. My name is Steve
Thank you.
Cavatelli, and welcome to this latest edition of Talking All, where we talk about a range of things of interest to the academic advising community. And today I'm very excited to have Linda Banihashemi with me. Sorry, Linda,
That's all
from
right. You
ACU.
got it right.
Got it
Yeah.
right the second time.
Yeah.
Linda is a maths learning advisor and an applied maths PhD, and she works at ACU. And this is, I think, is really interesting because it's probably fair to say, and I'm wondering if you'll agree with me here, Linda,
Yeah.
literacy academic skills advisors who, generally advise on writing and things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
we tend to talk about this a lot, don't we? And maths academic advising often sort of gets
Yeah.
it's not shifted to the back, but it's just not as prominent, is it?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it might be to do with the fact that mathematicians in general are quite introvert and they
Oh,
they
you
mean
think so? That could be it. Anyway, look, Linda, you're here today to tell us a
yeah.
little bit about your smart problem solving initiative. And I'd love it if you could just sort of give us a sense of what that is, how it
Yeah.
works, and what it
Yeah.
looks like.
All right. Well, thank you so much for inviting me to this podcast. My name is Linda, and at the moment, I'm the Maths Learning Advisor at ACU, as you mentioned, as part of Academic Skill Unit under the Center for Education and Innovation. And prior to that, that's been around for 1.5 years at ACU, kind of newish still. But prior to that, I've been teaching maths and statistics at several units, including Sydney Uni and UTS. I'm based in Sydney, and I'm the founder of Pi, which is a maths education company that focuses on STEM education and storytelling and edutainment, web apps, and problem solving for kids. So I sort of have both academic and business kind of background, I would say. And it's kind of useful in the role that I have at the moment that is working with kind of, faculties and different students from different disciplines and try to find out what are they struggling when it's come to maths and problem solving in particular. And smart problem solving, we ended up calling it also AI meet numeracy because we kind of integrated with AI tools as well, or we're planning to. We haven't started yet, but that's the original plan. So it's an initiative that is blending, or is in collaboration with the School of Education and Art at ACU, also funded by AALL. So we received a grant toward the end of last year, and we've been working on it since the beginning of this year. Halfway through the project, more than half of the content that's been developed already. And what is this project? So the main goal is to improve numeracy confidence and problem skills, uh, kind of ability of the students, particularly when it's come to solving real life kind of problems that they'll deal with. That's the main goal. And we've been working on developing a unit and that integrate all the different aspects of, I would say, I wouldn't say learning, but I would say it's as the maths is just one component of it. We also like it to be engaging and fun and entertaining for students. So we integrated web apps, interactive H5P activities, like proven problem solving techniques, how actually you can use techniques to solve a numeracy problem. And those problems are just, day-to-day problems that are kind of linked to what the students need to learn during their degree. So we also kind of contextualize it. So we start working in particular with, education pre-service teachers, and we kind of targeted what they need to learn, and then I mean, in particular, numeracy aspect of it, and then design the content that is matching to that stuff that they need to learn, and also go beyond that. So actually teaching them problem solving techniques, in making it fun. That's the main goal, and that's what we've done so far.
Great. And just in terms of a gap you may have noticed, what was that? Did you sort of was there an increase in people looking for maths assistance, or was there an expressed issue that students are coming in with a problem-solving shortfall?
Yeah.
What led to this?
Sure. Well, I've been in this space for a while, and it's just came from years of observing the students and actually talking to them. At UTS, I was part of the learning center, and we could have a conversation one-to-one with the students and talk about like their maths anxiety, their kind of difficulty for solving problems, and also through my my own company, I work with a lot of kids, and I see that maths anxiety is real, and it's pretty difficult for them. Even with me explaining stuff, they still struggle to get it. And when it's come to like preschool, pre-service teachers, those who are kind of doing education and later on they want to be teachers at the school, I can see is still the problem solving struggle and the maths anxiety and lack of confidence when it's come to this topic. So it's a real thing, and we've been kind of observing it over years and years of working with the students. So yeah, that's kind of the background about why, and why there should be like we need to work on the maths confidence or the anxiety aspect of it. I think is just because particularly with the group that we're working on at the moment, it's so important to be confident around maths and not be anxious about it, because later on you want to go to a classroom and teach kids, and they can pick it up so easily if you're not comfortable with the topic or you don't know how to teach it in a fun way. And normally, the results wouldn't be that good because you ended up, hearing all this. I would say the things about maths, which is, well, I don't like it, or I've never been a maths person, or I don't know how to do this, So yeah, it's just like I would say is an important uh, is quite a problem at the moment, maths education in Australia in particular, and working toward that is one of our goals.
So is this particular initiative, if you said this, I may have missed it, I'm not sure, but is it geared towards then teachers of maths to children? Is that the sort of group you're
It-
working with on this one?
Um, yeah, so initially we decided to just go with problem solving techniques
Mm,
and just focus on those particular techniques. There are 13 of them and they're proven. And then we decided to just go with a bunch of problems and implement those techniques and show them how to do stuff. And then later on, we decided to go group by group, and because context matters, and the students they're studying different things, right? So it's important to give them relevant topics that they can connect to, and then we blend it in with problem solving skills, if that makes sense. So we started with education just because my collaborators are from School of Education and Art, and also there is a massive need for these sort of units to really
mm,
prepare students for the to be better teachers in the future. But also I work with nursing group, and I see how much they struggle, nursing, midwifery, and paramedic students. So I'm thinking about replicating the same model for them, but contextualize it and use a different sort of example they can relate to. So I think when it's come to maths education, that it's so important to kind of present the maths with some sort of problems that the students actually can connect to it and
mm.
see the need for it. So it's not just for teachers. This is a model, is a framework, and then we want to replicate it for other groups, and that's going to be a future work. But at the moment, it's a pilot study for this,
Okay.
pre-service teachers.
Okay. I'll get you to show us what that looks like in a moment. And gee, I mean, I was just reflecting as you were talking that I did my initial professional degree in primary teaching, and I'm just thinking I could have done with something like this because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had no confidence in teaching things
yeah,
like fractions and whatnot, and I'm sure
yeah,
this would be a
yeah,
great help for something like that. Can you
yeah.
give us a
Well,
quick
yeah,
look at what the interface looks like, or what the
yeah.
program looks like?
Sure. So I can share my screen and show you the so it's built in Canvas, and we're planning to share it across organizations, anybody who is interested, and they can use it for free. This is part of the grant, kind of, to share this freely with anybody who is interested. So it's pretty easy. I can just share my screen and quickly show you. So we call it Numeracy for Teaching. As I said, that's just a pilot study specifically for pre-service teachers. Also, those who wants to pass LANTITE numeracy test is just a
Excellent. Yeah.
test. Yeah.
It's high, yeah,
So
high
yeah.
level.
So
Yeah.
and so I'll make sure that everything we create as aligned perfectly with the requirement for LANTITE numeracy as well. Apart from early childhood and primary education, whatever they need to learn on top of it, also passing LANTITE. So um, if you basically look at this module, I can just show you a page. So for example, fraction, that anybody probably heard about it. So it's we included a video that is just 3 to 5 minutes, quite short videos explaining the topic so easily. And we use a simple language. We make it quite interactive. So if you click on this tab, so interactive visualizer, that's the way students can interact with it. So for example, they can change the top numerator denominators and then see how it changes, with the app. So and then they can also compare it, right? And then put it apart or close it together. So that's just the way students again
Fantastic.
can practice it. Yeah.
Can I ask, well,
Uh,
what is, sorry, can I ask, what's offset there? What does offset mean?
uh,
Under
so
denominator.
so
I probably shouldn't have asked that, but what's the
yeah. So
offset?
we can basically change it. Look at that.
Oh, the positioning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. The
great.
positioning. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
Exactly.
That is very visual. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's good.
that was so important for me because I'm quite into edutainment and interactive web apps, and there are a lot of cool stuff already that you can integrate it in Canvas, and
Fantastic.
yeah, and so this is just fun aspect of it. These are all H5P practice activities, so they can get a bunch of questions, and then they also the feedback for each question is provided. So that's kind of a learning aspect of it. And then, so this problem solving toolkit is the one that we basically, that was the main idea of the grant. But then we decided to blend it in with the content as well. So, for example, if you're a teacher, you want to teach fraction later on, so you better learn it, what it is, and then we give them a question, then and we teach them what kind of technique they can use to be able to solve that particular question related to fraction. So everything is aligned with the topic so perfectly. So, for example, here the question is you have a chocolate bar, and if you have 4 friends, what fraction of the bar does each friend gets? So that could be that simple. And then you basically click on this. This is H5P activity again. This is and then presentation. It can, you can see that how interactive it is. They can see it like the particular method, for example, drawing a diagram and how you can implement it there. There's just all explained. And there are a bunch of questions like, you can just drag this. This is a quarter of this when you divide it by 4. And then you can check it if it's right or not. And you can get feedback about it. And again, how many pieces of chocolate does each friend gets? And you can put your answers there and check it out if it's right or not. And at the end, we explain what is drawing a diagram means, like knowing the fact that we introduced it already. And then we also, show them how to implement that method and give them a kind of, explanation at the end, what kind of problems you can, if you face a particular kind of question, then how you can, for example, use a draw diagram method to solve them, or it just fits which kind of example, if that makes sense. And at the end, again, this is reflection and problem solving practice. So it's a bunch of questions about the whole page, whatever they've learned, and what do they think about it. So it's just a time for which students to reflect on that as well. So pretty much every page has the same structure. So we basically kind of spend a lot of time developing every single page specifically for this group, and finding a relevant example for that topic and make it fun. That's how the
Looks
unit is.
fantastic. Did you say this was an open platform, open use platform?
This is on Canvas, but we're planning to share it with anybody who's interested for free. So Canvas
Excellent.
has a tool that you can basically extract all the information, and if you have access to Canvas, for example, for your own institution, you can just import it from here. So we give it to you for free, and you can have it all.
And how, if people are interested, how do they go about getting that, or contacting you? Or what's the
Yeah,
process?
they can contact me, and once we're done with I'm trying to finish the whole thing by the end of this year. So we've already kind of did quite a good job of creating all this content, as you see, the fraction, decimals, ratio, rate, proportions, algebraic thinking and reasoning, and geometry, measurement, and stats and probabilities. These two topics needs to be done. And also we want to integrate it with AI. At ACU, we use Copilot. So, I was thinking that we better just share the learning module or learning unit, and because we don't know what kind of AI tool each university uses, so we leave it to them, but we will give a clear guideline how to integrate it with AI. Probably in future, I'm thinking about a chatbot or an agent, AI agent that can help the students with learning as well. But at the moment, because it's part of the study, and we like to see how students interact with AI, is kind of a bit like a research aspect of this project at the moment. But when we're done with the research, then I'm thinking about integrating a chatbot into this unit, and kind of make it and feed it, or just train the data to be able to help a student to ask questions and get kind of accurate answer as well. That's kind of a future plan for this unit.
Right. It's a really impressive initiative. Great program. Looks
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Looks very
Thank you.
impressive. I
Thanks.
What I think we'll do, if it's okay with you, is to put up your email next to the video when we put this
Yeah,
up on the AALL website.
sure.
And if people would like to get in touch with you and inquire about that, they
Yeah,
can do it that way. I think that's probably the best.
yeah.
Linda, look, thank you so much for presenting this to
Thank
us
you for
today.
inviting me.
Interesting, and I'm really, really glad we got you on.
Thank you so much. Well, I hope I didn't kind of talk about it too technical. I
No,
tried so much to kind of give you a snapshot of what the project is, and how we can share it with other people. But if anybody is interested, feel free to email me. I can give you more detail about everything.
excellent. Thanks, Linda, and thank you everybody for watching this episode of Talking All. Bye.
Thank you.